What's going on today, guys? Today we'll be talking about how I made my hardest song ever. All right, let me get dressed here. Okay, this guy looks like a baby. This guy looks like a massive baby. All right, goo goo gaga. So you guys may notice today using a different pair of headphones. These broke, gonna try to fix them, but not right now. So we're gonna use these old dusty, holy shit. I hope this doesn't kill me, headphones. Okay, these are really dusty and gross. They are comfortable though. I will say that. I don't know though. I'm pretty sure babies can't handle dust, so this might not go over well. Why is it sticky? Why is it sticky? Goo goo gaga. Okay, so as you guys may know, I released a song called Carmack's Unpaid Meal. It's out on all platforms right now. I'll link it in the comments. Let's take a quick listen to it here. I'm just gonna skip to the drop section because, you know, that's the heavy part. That's the hard part. That's what people want to know about. Who cares about the intro and the pre-drop sections? Anyone can do that. Genre, bounce, trap, whatever you want to call it. You know, it's not for everyone, but it is objectively heavier than your average beat. So let's talk about how to do that. I'm a baby. What you laughing at? You think babies are funny? Huh? I'm not just a baby, I'm in a gang. Will you shut the fuck up? So the BPM's 91. So what I started with first was the drums. Just a regular kick and clap, nothing too special. Just got the soft clipper on here, mostly for the kick. I don't think that's really important though. So not really the most complex pattern in the world, but this is kind of what you want for bounce music. You need like a rhythm that's not just strictly like every, you know, fourth and eighth beat. It's got to like break up in between a bit in a way that, you know, it bounces. We got a hi-hat and a layered percussion sound, and it's just basically on, you know, every bar, just like a slightly late hi-hat. There's also a little bit of track delay on it as well too, only on the hi-hat specifically, 19 milliseconds. And then I also have a tambourine sound layered in with the clap as well. So it's not really too complicated here. Now I think what helps it all work together is the rhythm as well as the bass and the melody rhythm. So next I added these sounds right here. So that's it with the processing there. I'm gonna take the processing off real quick. It's OTT, then also the one rack by Oversampled, which has a bunch more OTT and a bunch of other shit. Let's look what's in it. It's got noisy. It's got multi-band compression that's not OTT. It's got several saturators. It's got a vocoder. It's got reverb. It's a really good plug-in chain though. I'll link to that video where he talked about this as well. Anyways, without it, it sounded like this. You know, this just gives it that extra flavor, that extra bite, you know. So it's something pretty simple. I actually played it on my computer keyboard. I didn't even use the piano keyboard. We literally used the computer keyboard. Just C, C sharp, then C, then go up to F. Then underneath that, I layered an 808, which is actually from Ramzoid's 808 cooker. So here's what it sounds like with the 808 in there. Just C's and then a C sharp here and there. And with the rhythm on this one, it's kind of bouncing back and forth between having several notes and one note to kind of just keep it interesting. Then obviously on the metallic plucks, I cut some lows. That way the bass has room to shine through. There's not a whole lot of swing and delayed hits here. Maybe a little bit, like I delayed the melody like 11 milliseconds. The bass, you know, maybe they're slightly off a little bit. The melody slightly off a little bit, but it's actually pretty quantized. And I think that's because of its slightly higher BPM. So basically I took the same melody from this first metallic pluck, and I'm doing this all with Vital, by the way. I think I maybe even used a preset with this. I think I used a preset and then I ran it through Infiltrator and then used a random preset. Like I said, I made this track pretty quickly here. I didn't, if I wanted to spend all day with it, you know, then maybe we wouldn't be using presets. We'd be designing everything from scratch. But we're trying to make songs fast here. You know, work smart versus working hard, whatever the saying is. Then I did the same sort of thing here. Another vital track here. I think what I did is I put Infiltrator on for half a bar here. I turned it on and then had the mix knob all the way up and then turn it down. So it sounded like this, and then I brought it down. And obviously I dropped the drums out during that section because that's what you do. And that's it for the main drop section. And then I kind of just use that same sort of idea for the second drop too. Just, different sounds in Vital, and then, different infiltrator patches, and just cycling through them until I found something I liked. So obviously that one there, a little more melodic, a little more scratching on glass type of sound than this one here. Kind of similar to that second one in the first drop. This one I was never quite as happy with as I thought I was going to be. I kind of meant to go back and fix that one up a bit, but I ended up not doing it. I guess I was just like, fuck it. Let's move on to the next thing. Then there's another one here. Same sort of idea using Vital. And then same sort of idea, turning on Infiltrator for like a split second there. I think I meant to drop out the drums there. I may have not even done it. Sometimes happy accidents are cool. That one was just an accident though. And for the most part, the melody notes stay the same throughout the entirety of it. There are some spots where I did play a few different notes though, like here. That's the main thing for the drop sections. I did do a few other things though as well too. I thought it'd be funny to have like cough sounds. So like I had cough sounds before the drop here. And then the beat drops, obviously. And then I also had the beat drop out randomly with like a small cough here. I thought that'd be interesting. Kind of like causes a bunch of tension and then releases it immediately. Since this is like kind of a Carmack-ish style, I thought it'd be funny to name this song Carmack's Unpaid Meal. Because earlier last year on Twitter, he made this tweet where he talked about dining and dashing, and he got a lot of shit for it, rightfully so. And I thought it'd be funny to like kind of poke fun at the idea of someone dining and dashing and tweeting about it, because I still think that is really funny. It's really fucked up, but it's really funny just that someone would do it and then brag about it. Epic. I decided to record myself saying,
"Hey, you forgot to pay for your meal."
I didn't forget. Obviously, that's me. I pitched up the vocals on this first part here because I wanted it to sound like a different person. I was going to get my girlfriend to record it, but then I was just like, I don't have time for that shit. I'm here by myself right now. So I'm just going to try to sound like a girl. So I did that by pitching myself up 2 semitones and then messing with the formants a bit. And I kind of just tweaked the formants until it sounded like not exactly what I was going for, because this is not exactly what I was going for, but it sounded better than how it did. And then obviously this part is just my normal voice. I didn't forget. So apparently Mr. Carmack sounds like me. And then at the end here, I literally looked up on YouTube dining and dashing, and this is the first thing I found here.
I'm ready to go. But like, how do we go about this? So he'll say he's going to the bathroom. I'll just pretend like I'm going to get something from the car. And then when no one's looking, just go.
So like, I don't even think this part, the music in the background here, is in the same key. I mean, maybe it is. I don't know. I didn't really check or anything, but it sounded fine when I was transitioning from the drop to this part. So that ended up being what I kept there. Okay, now we're going to quickly talk about the melody in the intro and build-up section. So it's pretty simple. I actually just use Captain Chords. I'm not like the greatest chord creator of all time, so I generally use Scalar or Captain Chords for that sort of thing. I mean, I can do my own chords, but my problem is I find myself often just writing the same chords all the time, unless I sit down and like do it very slowly. This is what they ended up being. It's F minor, C minor, B flat minor, C minor again. So then I threw a melody on it as well too. In retrospect, I think the melody could have been a little bit better. I think that's one of the weak spots of this song. A couple of my friends told me this melody is a little bit cheesy. I don't think it's that cheesy though. I've heard way cheesier melodies, okay? Don't get me started. To be like, damn, this is worse than I ever could imagine. And then for the bass, it's just like a Reese bass patch playing F, D sharp, A sharp, and then C. And the first Reese is more of like a low pass Reese, which is both these Reese basses are something you can get in my Vital bass pack. Make sure to check that out in the description. There's the first one. Second one's more of like a saw. Starts off low pass though, because I thought it just sounded way too full blast. But here's how it is with it full blast. And that's pretty much everything for this song. Just some basic arrangement tricks from there. If you guys are interested in getting this project file, I'll put it on my Patreon. I'll leave it in Ableton format. I'll also make a stemmed out format as well too. Thank you guys for watching. Hopefully this was informative in some way. I think I'm gonna be making some more heavy songs like this in the future. I've been making a few other ones. I may just make a whole album of stuff like this at this point. Make sure to check out my second channel if you haven't. We just got monetized over there. Check out my other things. I'll link them all in the description. See you guys next time. Goo goo gaga. What happened here? I'm a shiny Pokemon. Yeah, you are. Oh, I can hear myself. I don't want to hear myself. How do you guys do this? How do you hear me for so long? I don't even want to hear myself for a second.
Bang Incorporated.